I can't let the fear stop me from like the awakening that I knew that was going to be waiting for me here. I love that Nina doesn't tell us our truth. She illuminates a path that we can discover our own truth. I actually just did one discovery call with her, and I was like, this woman's a fucking magician, powerhouse, like wizard. And she's just so feminine and so strong at the same time. And I'm like, I have to know what this woman's been doing. Clearly she's doing something right, something that I'm like really drawn to. And it's something I really wanted at the time. And I just like drank it up and just felt immediately different. And I'm like, okay, more. Like what else can I do here? Because this feels really good. Work was a big obstacle. We are actually, unlike other companies where our business has not slowed down, it's actually picked up just by the nature of the service that we provide. It's been really, it's actually a necessity during the pandemic. So it was, I felt a lot of burden to stay and like push through with everyone else. But I also knew the gift of healing and coming back out the other side as a better version of myself is actually a gift to everyone that I work with. And so 5 days of not working really in the grand scheme of things is not that much, and the amount that I can bring to the table once I'm, out the other end, I knew there's lots of return on that investment. And yeah, I mean, just like the fear of traveling right now, but I also knew that I can't let the fear stop me from like the awakening that I knew that was going to be waiting for me here. Experience Freedom is definitely like the conscious family that I never had. When I started my spiritual path, I felt kind of alone. And I was wondering like where my brothers and sisters were. And I'm like, this is gonna be a really lonely journey if I can't find anyone to walk this path with. And then when I talked to Nina, she introduced the fact that she has this retreat. And I'm like, well, if it's anything like you, I've got to be a part of it. And so I knew this is my second retreat, actually my second round of Experience Freedom. And the first round was amazing. The second round got even better. So I'm actually going to keep going until I feel like I've reached the end of it. Honestly, love and connection. Those were the two missing pieces in my life. I have a really great career. I have, I've had great travels and adventures and things like that, but all of those things aren't as enriched as they could be without love and connection. And because I wasn't showing up as myself, nothing really felt like love, because it wasn't even me who was receiving it. It was like some fictioned version of me. And so everything I did was missing a piece of love or a piece of connection. And so I felt like this emptiness inside, even though the things around me, nice, good friends, good, whatever, nice car, nice place to live, all of those things, and they just didn't feel rich, even though intellectually I knew that they were great and abundant, but just emotionally it didn't feel like I was like really sinking it in. And so now that I realize like that I can bring my true self forward, I can actually receive the love that's really there and the abundance that's really there. So I'm really excited to see what my life looks like at the other side of this. And so I just hope to be an example of what this work is, like as I walk through the earth. Like, not that I need to broadcast all that much about Experience Freedom, even though I will, but just me being here and the way that I show up to the world every single day. I hope to be an invitation to others and their healing journey. I think I understand now that we all hide in some way. We all have fears that prevent us from bringing our truth to the table every single day. Whatever that looks like for another, it's never going to be the same story. But by the nature of living, there are stories that we accept, there are fears that we encounter, there are traumas that we encounter just by living day to day, and you don't have to be stuck with those. You can move through them. You actually can use them as a blessing, as a lesson, move through them, say thank you for the lesson, and you actually don't have to perpetuate it every day. So while I don't know everyone's story, certainly, and even the people I would say go to experience freedom, I don't know their story, but I would say we all have a story that we're dealing with. Let's move past that. Like, you deserve to live a free life free of that story.